Good morning. It's Harvey Jackson from Producer Profit. Just going to get through some weather updates and little bits of the Futures Focus report. It comes out yesterday. If you missed it, go back into your email and have a look. First off, I'm just going to cover off just the crush capacity and what's going on here. The pace that we're going, we would be lucky to get to 11 million metric tons of crush, even though we've got close to 13 million metric tons of crush capacity right now. So you can see a 67% this week. I think last week it was at 62. We're at 9.5 million metric tons crush, and we got the remainder of this month and July that would actually be in this crop year. Remember, crushers slow down in the summer. Not only because it's hard to get the supplies out of the farmers' hands, they are doing maintenance as well. Paint doesn't stick in winter. Here's the triple play, the Futures Focus report. On canola, we're suggesting getting sales made up here, so in the tune of whatever the farmer actually needs to, and I would say get some sales made in this area, and then go short the futures, and then by a put strategy, we're doing a three-way put. And some we're doing it off November, some off of January. I like January just for the fact that if we have any sort of delay in harvest, then at least you've got your supply kind of protected going into the fall. Yeah, and then depending on the grower, what level of sales you make for new crop, we are in this higher end of the range right now. So I'd still look at getting some of that covered. Here's spring wheat, and you can see that we're trying to and breaking through some of those highs there. Now, it's probably still a good idea to get some old crop sold at those values. Here's your soybean play. This is a brand new one right here. Just take note of that. Going short if we get up a little wee bit higher, and short futures at 10.55, exit July long positions. So we've got a position here that you would exit, and then you go into a short here on the August futures. Here's just what we've been seeing for weather, and I've got a whole pile of maps. So, but you can see that there's still dry down in some of these key growing areas here. But what looks like what's going to happen here is huge heat temperatures, and they even have some warnings out there for this, and quite cool over in the major growing areas here. You can see the 6 to 10, and I'm going to say temperature seems to be the factor that I'm paying attention to. You can see that there's precipitation in the north, and that's actually going to be showing up in some of our maps as well. But there's still building of higher temperatures in the west, and looks like we're going to get some moisture up here. But is there going to be any holes in it? Here's just the radar as I see it right at the moment. And here we are for just the 7 days, or 9 days actually. You can see there's building of some precipitation there. Hopefully some of this north is going to get rains on there to take out some of that smoke, wildfires up there. So what I'm doing is just comparing different models. That was the European model. Here's the European artificial intelligence, still showing moisture into almost all the prairies, and then your GFS showing moisture. There could be some deficits in some of the farther northern areas here, but hopefully we can get some rain. This is just showing moisture here as well. Different models, but different timelines. So both of them are going all the way up to the 23rd. And here's your ensemble. So they're trying to put it all together. Looks like there's going to be moisture for us. Have a look at the market right now. You see canola's down 3.50, rapeseed down is $2 to $3. Soybean oil is flat. Crude oil is up still. Soybeans up a penny and 3 quarters, and the wheats are pretty well flat here. And the Canadian dollar is slightly up. So if we have a look at the wheat, you can see this is the July contract. We've still got a little bit of time, but I would be looking at just layering out some of these sales here, because we're going to get forced out of this contract here soon enough. This is where the triple play is happening. You can see, or it should be happening, and some sales. So you can see that we're at this top. We made it through these here. We've been sitting in this range here for now. Almost looks like we're going to make a triple top here. So the differential between old crop and new crop is down to 17 and 17.7. And I pulled this information And what's interesting here is China was still buying, even though they say they have a tariff on Canada. So whether that's older commitments and whatever, but they still managed to buy a fair bit, and they're buying seed, and they bought a very little bit of oil, so they actually cut back on the oil, but the meal is still very, very or pretty high amount. Here's your European rapeseed. You can actually see that we're probably getting into some sort of wedge here. Now, they will be starting harvest here soon enough, and that's what you would expect when harvest gets started. Soybean oil futures. Looks like there's some sort of support here, but very bottom end of the range. And your soybean futures, this is just have to come up a little bit and then play that August short futures, but it just has to get up a little bit. So this is July, but you have to take note that it's on the August. Crude oil made it above here, and it looks like we're going to continue higher here for a bit. Here's your select, Western Canadian Select, and you can see that's the same build that we got here. Now, this might be a strange question. Is it tariff on the Western Canadian Select, or is it tariff on the, because we already have a $10 discount or $9 discount at least. So maybe it's no difference. Who knows? Little do I know. Canadian dollar made it through this resistance. It's trading higher right now. Now, if there's any trade deals that get done, I would expect that you're going to see the U.S. Gain favor on their dollar, but their dollar is pretty weak at the moment. Here's your spring wheat. It's a great looking chart for this last little leg, but it's got to keep going. You've got these 10-cent increments every time. You got to keep edging higher. We're in the middle of between these two 10-cent increments here, so. This one's made higher as well, and we're looking to get into that $6.90 to $7 range. Here's your Kansas, and it's broken through this channel, which is great. Your Chicago's done the exact same thing. Here's corn. This does not have the same story. It looks like it's trying to get a little bit of positive news here, but it's not super positive at all. And in a few days, we're going to have the USDA report.